Hakeem Cornwall rises up, hits the triple, draws the foul. 4-point play puts Gardner-Webb up by a deuce. Just before half, Cornwall trying to beat the clock, and he does so with the easy layup. A team-high 24 points for him, but Running Bulldogs trail by 7 at the break. Out of the locker room, Justin Hale for Winthrop showing off his range. He had 28 to go along with 4 3-pointers. Running Gardner-Webb gets knocked out, 78-66. And Davidson, senior night against Virginia Commonwealth. How about Nelson Boshi, the block, leading the fast break on the other end. Going to find Kellen Grady for the one-hand flush. Bench fired up about that. Hung Jung Lee going to hit a triple. He had 20 points in their first meeting against the Rams. This put the Wildcats up by 4. Later, it's Luka Brockovich inside. He had 12 at last check, but VCU was still up by 4 at this point. The Rams' Malik Crowfield going to hit a 3 just before halftime. Davidson trailed by 2 at the break, but they've dominated in the second half. Right now, it's 73-56 Wildcats with about 4 minutes to play. All right, time to pause for one last time for these commercial messages. But before we go, let you know the results of our Twitter poll are on the way. Plus, the Checkers open a big 6-game homestand as they try to stay in the AHL playoff picture. Charlotte battled Utica in a 1-goal game. Find out if Charlotte came out on top. That's when the Chevrolet Sports Night returns.
This is the Chevrolet Play of the Day.
And we go back to UNC Greensboro women's basketball. Final seconds of the SoCon semifinals against Mercer. Nadine Solomon gets caught on the drive, so she heaves it up and banks it in for the victory. Spartans' all-time leading scorer coming through in the clutch as UNCG moves on to the final on Sunday. They are now 1 win away from their first SoCon title since 1998. Nadine Solomon gets our Chevrolet Play of the Day.
Story to remember. Once in a lifetime do we get lucky enough to see a small college bracket busting team get this far. Here's the tip-off. Holy cow! Fast break. This guy can move.
To advertise your business on TV during the college basketball tournament, call 1-844-2REACH or visit SpectrumReach.com.
It's good!
Honey, where's the car? We're rooted here in Charlotte, just like you.
Your morning news, weekdays on Spectrum News, exclusively on Spectrum.
Stories are everywhere. The stories of North Carolina are the politics of North Carolina. I want to tell you about my podcast, Tying It Together with Tim Boyne. It's a behind-the-scenes look at the fascinating world of North Carolina politics. We're really going to focus on the people behind the politics. We're going to dig deep, find out what makes these people tick, and why they make the decisions that they do. Join us for the conversation. I cannot wait for you to listen.
Every wireless carrier claims they can save you money, but Spectrum Mobile's online savings calculator tells you exactly how much your family can save by switching.
But what if one person uses a ton of data because they have an exciting and vibrant life, and the other person is you?
Doesn't matter. Spectrum Mobile lets you mix and match plans to get the most savings across your entire family.
So what you're saying is, we're family.
Not even close.
Huh.
To see how much you can save, go to SpectrumMobile.com/save.
I'm gonna start planning our family vacation anyhow.
Capitol Tonight is the place to help you understand what's going on in this state. I think people are tired of all the bickering and all the stories about nonsense, and I think that's why they come to Capitol Tonight. They get to hear about the issues, they get to hear about the people, but they get to hear in a way that's not a huge fight. It's a really good discussion.
It's about fairness, it's about trust, it's about giving both sides of the story. It's about informing our viewers on the most important things in North Carolina.
This is the Mako moment in sports history.
On this day in 2019, LeBron James passed Michael Jordan to move into 4th place on the NBA's all-time scoring list. The momentous bucket came on a driving layup in the second quarter, en route to a 31-point night for LeBron in a loss against Denver. James was reflective and emotional after the game, recounting his days as a kid from Akron when he grew up idolizing Jordan. LeBron continued his ascent up the NBA's all-time scoring list 10 months later. He passed Kobe Bryant for third all-time back in January of 2020. Thank you, Jason. Checkers open a 6-game homestand starting tonight against Utica. How about Alex Daouz surfing the nets with a backhand, his first of the year, 1-0. Charlotte. Tie game, though, in the second, and Reed Boucher, twisted wrist, are going to beat Checkers goaltender Keith Kincaid. That's your final. Comets win it by a final of 2-1. All right, as you know, last Saturday was February 29th, or Leap Day, an extra day to the calendar year to do whatever. We found nearly 100 high school seniors who took one more shot at playing collegiate football.
I just wanted to show that I can dominate. Like, I'm 5'7" shorter, you know, people don't really look at me like that. So I just wanted to come out here and dominate so I can get opportunity.
Jack Britt High School senior Tyquan Patterson was just one of almost 100 players who spent a chilly Saturday morning in Charlotte trying to catch the eye of a college coach at the Carolinas Football Showcase. For Patterson and others like him, a football scholarship might be the only way they can go to college.
It's my best option because that's what I've been doing since I was little. It's big because, you know, my mom went to college, you know, she did well, and I just want to be just like my mom.
And who knows, I mean, maybe get some, you know, scholarship out of it or whatever, but, you know, just the chance to play at the next level, but also further his education that can lead to, you know, whatever he's looking to do in the future. Attending the showcase costs nothing and is the brainchild of former NFL player Charles Arbuckle, who had been part of similar showcases around the United States. Stories like Patterson's is the reason Arbuckle started the showcase.
You know, the great thing about it, I've seen situations where kids are in single-family homes, double-family homes, but they just can't afford college. They get an opportunity through football to get to college, and I think that's the one thing we tried to be a vehicle for.
Now, by NCAA rule, Division I coaches cannot be at this showcase, so this really benefits those who coach at Division II and Division III programs. In one day, they can get their eyes on several recruits.
I'm getting more and more people asking me, well, why don't we do it up in the Northeast? Why don't we do it in Eastern North Carolina? So the thing is, it's grown because so many people see the value of it, and we're missing kids, but the kids that come get great opportunities.
All right, NC Central forward Jabiri Blunt has been named the MEAC Player of the Year. The senior had a phenomenal season for the Eagles, who clinched the conference's regular season crown Thursday night. He is only the third Central player to earn Conference Player of the Year honors in the D1 era, joining Jeremy Ingram and Patrick Cole. Over in the Triad, North Carolina A&T's head coach Will Jones was named the Coach of the Year. Jones took over as the Aggies' interim coach on New Year's Eve after Jay Joyner was suspended and led them to a 24-4 conference record. That'll do. Here's our Twitter poll. Let's take a look at our Twitter poll. We asked you, what's your prediction for round 2 for Duke UNC? 37% of you say Duke wins by 7 or more. That'll do it for us. My name's Jason Brown. My thanks to Mike Toper, Eddie Hughes, Clark Gerber, everyone behind the scenes at Spectrum News, and thank you for tuning in. We'll have you covered for Duke and Carolina highlights and postgame tomorrow night. Same bat time, same bat channel.
My whole life, people have said like mean and horrible things about me. I might be a fat slob who lives with his mom, but by God, July 27, 1996. We gotta go! Get down! I acted.
As soon as the FBI put Jewel on the evening news, they gave a real bomber a free pass.
Eric Rudolph is a serial bomber.
We lost him. Do you have visual?
It's 500,000 acres out there. It's a fugitive's dream. He's out there right now watching us.
Eric Rudolph needs our help, and we are going to help him.
As long as we're fighting each other, we're not stopping him from executing his bigger plan. And that blood will be on us.
Picture your business on TV. TV has evolved, but its power to grow brands has only gotten stronger. TV is the core of the consumer experience. We spend more time with TV content in more places and on more devices than ever before. TV reaches more people than any other kind of media, and multi-screen TV advertising is the undisputed leader in creating campaigns your target audience will remember. TV viewers take action, and those actions build brands. Let's build yours. Spectrum Reach. Never stop reaching.
Every wireless carrier claims they can save you money, but Spectrum Mobile's online savings calculator tells you exactly how much your family can save by switching.
Ah, the Save Calc.
The what?
The Save Calc. You brought it up.
To see how much you can save, go to spectrummobile.com/save.
Week and make sure that you walk away understanding it. Our world is changing really fast, technologically, politically. We know that it's a lot to keep up with, so we want to talk to the experts, to those folks affected by it, and make sure that you understand what's happening.
In Focus with Loretta Beniti. Sundays at 11:30 a.m. and 8:30 p.m. on Spectrum News, exclusively on Spectrum.